Hey, what's up, players? Calypso from Summoners War here, and we have a really good TOA this March 2016. I forget her name, but she's gonna be food for Emma, anyways. I have Emma, and the light. I know the wind, the wind Neostone agent. That's the Hall of Heroes here, and there are some dark Neostone agents here that are part of the battle, and they're pretty tough at higher floors. So we're doing B1 right now, just going through it, floor by floor. B1's pretty easy. You're going to want to bring your best attackers here if you're a higher level. If you're a lower level, you're going to want to build your highest 6 stars, your most 6 stars that you have. All of them, bring all your 6 stars, bring all your 5 stars, bring all your strongest monsters in B1 if you're a lower level. But if you're a higher level, you just want to go through B1 as quickly as possible. That's the reason you farm it, or you farm it for mana. For B2, we're going to want a pretty, fairly robust team. We're going to bring some fire attackers, and we can bring some, high power attackers. Like, I'm going to bring Hua, because she's a high power fire attacker with not a lot of HP, but a decent amount of HP. And my leader skill is Veromos. Verid's for crowd control. He's great. He's great in dungeons. He's amazing in dungeons. So I'll always bring Verid. I'll also always bring Veromos. I might switch out Veromos for Verid in floor 3. Veromos for Arnold in floor 3, just to see how that works, because Arnold has that shield, which is going to protect my monsters, which can be really helpful against the initial onslaught when the opponent uses all of their skills that are available on cooldown. So surviving that initial onslaught is really helpful when you have Arnold, because my Arnold has shield runes, right? And shield runes combined with a decent chunk of HP is gonna help me survive B3 pretty well. So I can auto B3 about 70% of the time. Sometimes in this particular level, this level right here, the Wind Assassins combined with the Fire Neostone agents, focus on Chasun, and they have a skill that allows their team members to attack. So everyone focuses on Chasun, right? Because you've got like 5 people attacking Chitsun at once, and then all of a sudden, see, did you see that? Just like that. Imagine that, except with, twice as strong monsters, because they're going to be level 46 in floor 3, right? And then imagine each and every Fire Neostone agent, all 3 of them, do that skill, and then you've got like 9 people attacking Chitsun within 3 turns before she even has a chance to go, and that just sometimes completely wrecks her. And when she's gone, I lose my primary healer, and that ends up resulting in a lot of complications. So for floor 3, we're going to have to play a little bit more cautiously. If you're a higher level for floor 2, bring a fairly built-out team. Bring at least 1 healer and some attackers to speed things up a bit. And if you're a lower level, floor 2, definitely you want to bring at least 1 or 2 6 stars, so that your team is pretty buffed. You've got some, good firepower on you, good defense on you, good heals on you. And in this floor, sometimes Veromos gets wrecked. So that's part of the reason I want to switch him out for. Oh man, he's getting wrecked in B2. Oh man, Veromos. Oh man, Veromos, you really gone downhill for me, man. I used to use Veromos all the time. I don't really use him as much anymore, just because I found other monsters that are more suitable replacements. Like, he's a cleanser, sure, but Chloe can just make me immune from everything. Except in raids, I use Veromos in raids because his cleansing is pretty helpful as long as he doesn't have that freaking Oblivion debuff on him. Whenever you're in raids and you've got Veromos, that Oblivion debuff just destroys him. It really is like his kryptonite, because without it, he heals like, what, 5 times 6 is like 30. No, 3 times 6 is 18%. Without it, he would heal 18% of his HP every turn. You take into account violent rune procs, and if the boss in raids didn't have an Oblivion debuff on Veromos, and he himself has a bunch of debuffs, that's 6 times 3% per debuff, right? So 18% from 1 turn, and then he procs violent runes sometimes, just like he did just then, and he procs violent runes, and that's 36% of his HP. So well over a third of his HP potentially healed every turn, which is really good. That gives him really good survivability in raids. But again, he often has his Oblivion debuff on him, so he can't use his passive as often as we'd like. So just FYI, full disclosure, I'm leaning towards farming B2 more than B3. Even though I can farm B3, you'll see how long it takes me. It's pretty ridiculous. B3 is pretty difficult. It's doable. It's difficult, doable, and difficult at the same time. Difficult. And since B3 takes such a long time, I still do B3. I still do B3 if I'm in the car, I'm driving, and I don't want to have to look at my phone, except at red lights. B3 takes like 7 to 10 minutes. We're going to time ourselves, actually. We're going to time ourselves. We'll see how long B3 takes. Keep in mind the time right now, and we are going to build up our B3 team, bring Verid lead for the HP, take out Hua, she's too squishy, bring in Chloe for the immunity, and bring in Arnold. Veromos might help with some stuns and whatnot, some crowd control. We're going to sacrifice that. We're going to leave all the crowd control up to Verid. He's a pretty good crowd controller by himself. He doesn't need Veromos' help, although Veromos is still helpful when it comes to things like, cleansing and continuous damage, which does kind of move things along a little bit. But actually, Veromos' continuous damage is probably the one thing that I'll miss. See, Arnold has shield runes, though, so that really help with survivability. Those really help with survivability for Chitsun especially. And that's the main reason that we want to bring Arnold. With B3, things are going to move along a lot more slowly. I still don't know. Like, I can't see the timer. Actually, maybe I can. So I don't know exactly when we started, but my timer says 7 minutes, 30 seconds. So in less than 7 minutes, or maybe about 7 minutes. In about 7 minutes, we beat both B1 and B2. And B3 is going to take, I know it's going to take at least 7 minutes, just because I've played it multiple times. So that's why I'm leaning towards B2 as my default dungeon, because B1 takes like a minute or 2 minutes, but it wastes a lot of energy, right? And I'm kind of low on energy, actually. I haven't been saving any crystals lately. I haven't been, I've occasionally purchased premium packs, but I haven't been saving any crystals lately. So I'm kind of short on energy. All my energy is from this one pack that I treated myself to a while back. I think it was the daily pack level 2 or something. The daily pack level 2 gives you 30 energy every day, which is pretty sweet. I mean, I gotta say, it's pretty sweet. Having this daily 30 energy is pretty helpful because it gives me a little bit of spare energy every now and then, but still, I really don't have that much. See what just happened there? See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. What those Fire Neostone agents just did, they just went 2 times. Oh my gosh, this is not looking too hot. This is looking pretty intense, guys. Oh man, oh no, is Verid about to die? No. Verid can't die. No, Verid can't. No. All right. Chitsun's taking the blows for him, but oh man. No. Verid died. Oh man, Verid died. Maybe I should have kept Veromos, man. Oh man, things are not looking good at all. Chloe, where was your immunity, man? Where was your immunity when we needed it the most? Oh man, I'm gonna rage quit. Okay, here we are. So I just switched my team around on the fly. Just swapped out Veromos for Arnold because Veromos has cleanse, which actually ends up being pretty helpful for this particular level. And so we just saw that Chitsun got pretty close to getting wrecked just now because of all of the Fire Neostone agents kind of focusing on her. But that's okay. We only have a very small percentage chance of Chitsun dying. As I mentioned, I have about a 70% success rate with B3 with this team actually. So switching out Arnold was maybe actually a bad idea because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But really, it's the heal block that screwed us over last time, right? It was Verad getting that defense break and heal block at the same time that kind of really screwed us over. But when that doesn't happen, it's essentially smooth sailing for us, and especially since we've got two continuous damage dealers, it kind of moves things along a little bit faster than it otherwise would have. Because with Hall of Heroes, if you've got a continuous damage dealer, that's really helpful. So monsters like Prochi, aka Orochi, the Wind Ninja, he does really well in Hall of Heroes. If you can build him slightly tanky, his base HP is actually pretty high. I believe his base HP when he's 6-star maxed is around 11k. He's actually a really good monster that you can bring into Hall of Heroes. Maybe even this Hall of Heroes. I just don't like to bring him just because I've already got Ifrits that are pretty good continuous damage dealers. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? She tried to put my monsters to sleep, and I had immunity. Ha! 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 Anyways, something about Veromos. Yes, yeah. Continuous damage dealers and are actually really good in any Hall of Heroes because none of the bosses are immune to continuous damage. So with Hall of Heroes, you can use a similar strategy to what you use for freaking giants and dragons, where you've got some continuous damage dealers to help you along. If you're really late game, then you probably don't use continuous damage as much as you just use pure nukers. But keep in mind, B3, most of the time, B3 is actually way harder, and I mean way harder than Giants B10 and Dragons B10. The only exception I can think of where B3 was actually smooth sailing was the Light Ninja Hall of Heroes. And for that one, they actually went back in time, and because Light Ninja was one of the earliest Hall of Heroes available, I think it was like the first Light Hall of Hero available, and that was during the 1-year anniversary, right? And so because of that, maybe things were easier back then. Maybe Summoners War used to be easier than it is right now. They found that it was too easy for everyone. Oh man, I just got put to sleep like 2 turns in a row. That is BS. That is BS. But yeah, maybe Hall of Heroes were easier back in the day, like maybe in the good old days, things were actually a little bit easier. So I actually lost track of when we started the Hall of Heroes and when we finished it. Oh, well, we haven't finished it yet, but we're gonna finish it pretty soon. I think we're already past. Oh yeah, this was the mini boss stage, right? So this is stage 3, and I believe we have either 2 more or 3 more. Yeah, we have 3 more. So this is the one where Veromos sometimes gets wrecked. Yeah. See, did you see that? Yeah. Oh. He's got. Oh, it's a good thing he cleansed his defense break first, because otherwise all of those attacks that we just saw would have been directed at him, and he would have gotten wrecked easily. He would have gotten wrecked. So yeah, sometimes Veromos gets wrecked here. Chasun gets wrecked in the Fire Neostone Agent level. But overall, this is doable. B3 is autoable for me. This is, I don't normally auto B3, but when I do, I make sure it's one of the hardest B3s. But yeah, so watch out for the Dark Neostone agents. Here, Tessarion's actually really helpful against Dark Neostone agents. And there's a Dark Neostone agent. I believe her name's Sylvia. Her awakened name is Sylvia. The Neostone agent, she has a pretty OP passive that causes her teammates to go like crazy. When she's on Violent Rune, she's actually one of the best support mons available. I actually know of an account that has, I don't know who owns it now, but I know of an account that has a Zeratu and a Dark Neostone agent. It's called the Beauty and the Beast account. That's the nickname that the first owner of the account gave it. So the Beauty and the Beast account, watch out for that one. It's got a Zeratu and a Sylvia. Zeratu, of course, being Dark Chimera, and Sylvia being the Dark Neostone agent. So yeah, this Hall of Heroes is fairly difficult, but it's doable. It's doable. Let's select that as our attack target, because we don't want our monsters attacking monsters with like freaking with a freaking immunity. No, invincibility. Different from immunity. Invincibility. I don't know what's more annoying, invincibility or immunity. It's a debate I've been having with myself for a while. Well, of course, since Chloe has both, that means she's like double the annoyance. Unless you have her, right? So for me, she's Bae. But for, if I'm fighting her, and especially if it's like a really, really OP Chloe with something like 280 speed, that's gonna be tough. Yeah, but Chloe's really helpful in this, actually. I actually swapped in Chloe for Bella because Bella just died too easily. Bella dies really easily at the stage where Dark Ifrit has some trouble. One of our guild members. We have 3 more guild battles still, but a few hours left. Oh, man. Yeah. I haven't been too active this week, so I'm trying to make up for it. You might have noticed in my videos, too, I haven't been recording as many videos as I thought I'd be able to. So this weekend, I'm recording 2 to make up for this 1 week that I missed in the past couple of weeks. So I'm gonna release 2 videos. One of them is the Hall of Heroes, and then the other one is the TOA 40 hard that I'm about to release. TOA 40 very hard. Oh man, Verad almost died. He almost died, but then our 2 healers brought him back to full health. So Sylvia's dead. We've got Light and Wind Neostone Agent left. So that's how you auto Hall of Heroes B3, guys. And yeah, so bring a lot of continuous damage dealers, right? Bring a lot of continuous damage dealers because none of the bosses are immune to them. Bring continuous damage dealers. Bring crowd control. Bring a tanky attacker. Like my Tessarion, he's the attacker in here, but he's super tanky. He's got about almost 2k attack, but he's super tanky. He's got 20k HP, maybe 22k HP now. I think I swapped out a rune with him. But he's got about 22k HP and vampire runes. He does some pretty sick life drain. So bring continuous damage dealers, HP leader skill, bring a couple healers, 2 healers, and bring a crowd control. You're gonna want some really good crowd control like Tyrone. Verad is great crowd control. Tyrone's also good crowd control. Somebody really good. And then you'll be able to auto Hall of Heroes B3. And that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know what the time was, but I'm pretty sure it's close to 10 minutes, between 7 to 10 minutes for the B3. And yeah, that's it for Hall of Heroes.